Jasmine.
My name is Joe.
I'm Lynn.
I'm Will.
So, we all have our agenda and the character list, so yes, we are all informed. And Joe is taking notes. So, the president of a third world country wants to see an average high school student. We have to decide which of 5 people is the best average student of the bunch.
The problem is, what are the qualities of an average teenager?
So, Joe, how do you think their social life is?
I think the average teenager has an active social life. They have friends and get out and about and do things in school.
I think they would make average grades, obviously passing, but probably wouldn't be too good in school.
I think the average teenager would have some interest, at least one interest, outside of academics, maybe in one honors class, maybe most regular classes.
So regarding the social life of the average teenager, I see basically having maybe one or two close friends, and after that having multiple number of acquaintances that they get to know, maybe just during high school or just for the year. As far as grades go, I'd say they're maybe mid-B, lower B student. And for extracurricular activities, they follow whatever their interests are outside of school, whether that be through school or that be through their own personal leadership.
I think that the average student would probably have like a few friends, and then have some friends that are like in different classes that they're with, that they know. And then they probably make grades that are like C's to B's at the highest. And then extracurricular activity wise, they probably have one at least. Of course, there's also going to be those people who don't exactly have that many things to do. And I guess they'd like to shop.
And of course, they wouldn't be delinquents. I mean, they gotta follow the rules most of the time. So, alright.
Okay, what will they do when they meet the president? How will they act?
So for example,
Some of the students are Allison Lewis, who is a senior, A+ student, is in line for a valedictorian, has been accepted to Harvard and Yale, but is very shy and nervous about talking to people she doesn't know. Few friends because she spends most of her time studying, and she has already organized a schedule that she's going to do with the president.
So, I don't think that she would be a good candidate for doing this kind of stuff because she's not an average student. She is above average in her grades and her academics, but pretty below average in everything else. Because it sounds like she doesn't have a social life at all. She kind of just studies.
On top of which, if she's shy, she probably won't be able to converse very well with the president, since she herself is shy around notable people that she doesn't know. How will she act around somebody who's of high status?
So we could probably X her off the list, right?
I agree. I think Allison is above average. She's in line for the valedictorian, A+ student, is way above average.
Yeah, that's what she has in her life.
And the president wants to spend time with an average student, like Joe.
I think, yes, the president wants to get to know an average student at the school. And if he's going to get to know the average student, then that person should have strong social skills to be able to communicate effectively. So if she's shy, she'll have a hard time being able to tell about what the school is like and what it's like to be an average
exact opposite of average. Since she's up there on the stage while everybody else who could range from hundreds to 3,000 who graduated at Plano East, students are looking up at her. So if you're choosing her to be your average student, you're choosing the wrong person.
I'll agree on that. Not Allison.
So now on to Chloe Holman. She's a senior captain of the drill team, a C student, active in theater, well liked by everyone, has a steady boyfriend, is going to a local college due to financial strain on her family of 8, and she plans to invite the leader to a football game. Now, I think that she'd be a pretty good candidate for an average student, but she has a family of 8, which is kind of abnormal, and she's a C student, so she might be a bad student. So even though she's very good socially, she might not be that good academically at all.
Well, that is true. At the same time, usually most average students do get C's to B's. So while she's a C student, that doesn't mean that she doesn't have some B's. So she could just be kind of average. And then it's usually average that around high school and middle school people start getting boyfriends. And she has a boyfriend. And football is well liked by most American people. So her taking the president to a football game is actually pretty average.
Chloe, yeah. Chloe does look like a candidate for the average student. She follows her passions, has a boyfriend, but what really doesn't look like average to me is she's well liked by everyone. Because really, if you're an average person, I mean, not everybody's going to like you. It's just how life is. And if you're trying to appease everyone, then, well, you can't.
I can see the president enjoying going to a football game. That's an average thing for an average teenager to do. And Chloe does seem average, except for, like Mrs. said, having a family of 8. Going to a local college due to financial strain is also an average situation. So she's pretty much, she's a good candidate,
Yeah,
I think.
she might be shallow.
Why do you say that?
Well, because she's a captain of the drill team, and she's active in theater, and she's well liked by everyone. And they probably don't have much to disagree with. So
I'd like to
she might not. Huh?
I'd like to
I
say.
think you're reading into her.
Stereotypes.
She's deeper than I think you give her credit for, because not only is she part of the drill team, but she also does theater, and so busy. She's just not into her drill team only. There's more to her than just a single aspect.
And now we have Olivia Brand.
Olivia Brand is a junior, takes AP art, has won several local and state awards for her artwork. Was on a slow track until people discovered she had dyslexia. She's considered an overachiever. She's from a poor family and hopes to be an artist someday. She also thinks that the president might like to spend some time at an art gallery or a museum.
She seems like an okay person to me. She's not too good, but she's not bad either.
She strikes me as somebody who works hard
Yes.
to reach her accomplishments.
Yeah.
While she does work really hard, she's not exactly the average student. If she's working so hard towards school and actually is doing well at something, like more than most people are, like the art.
Like AP art.
But again, her I guess handicap or her challenge is dyslexia. You don't dyslexia doesn't impact your ability to necessarily draw or
because he
President
wants
wants
to
to see
figure out.
someone average, like what's an average student?
I think she's an average student.
But the average student doesn't wanna go to art.
What's on your one AP class?
It seems
It's
to
not,
be
it's
impacting
not in
them.
all AP classes, it's IB, and you guys, he's in one AP class. And since he's the president, or or maybe it's a female, the president of a third world, small third world country, she might enjoy going to an art gallery and museum. So,
Not
she could be a
really.
good choice.
It's not really the average day of a high school student.
Go to an art gallery, museum, that's true. Okay, so far, top choice so far is Chloe,
Yes.
second choice Olivia so far. Okay.
So,
Did you mention, what about, Olivia?
now we have Alexander Moore, is the senior, B student, active in debate, always fighting to change school policy for the better, appears in mock trials and debates on the issues, was recently suspended for 3 days after a fight due to his parents' recent divorce, and will take the leader to a political rally. Now, it kind of strikes me as a pretty normal guy, except he's emotionally unstable because he got suspended after his parents divorced, and that's a kind of stressful time period. So,
As well, most people, when they're teenagers, aren't as involved in politics. So taking a leader to a political rally wouldn't exactly be average for that age range.
Yeah, and that might be too, confrontational. And he might be too confrontational for, a person to, take the president of a third world country around for the day. Because
it might be rude.
he might be offensive, he might offend the leader. Taking the leader to political rally might not be a good idea. Go back to debate.
What do you say, Joe?
I think that in some ways, you know, he is representative of many average students today because they do have broken homes. I do feel like that the fact that he was recently suspended kind of puts him in a higher risk position. But he is a very active social person and cares about the school and the environment, and I think he would definitely bring a lot to the conversation with the president.
Well, to be realistic, a student who had been suspended for 3 days would not be on this list, wouldn't be considered. So, who couldn't even go to a band trip, let alone be a chaperone for a president. Wayne?
Being suspended is that big of a deal. I mean, we all can't be perfect. He's going through a stressful time, and all it says if he was in a fight doesn't say he actually caused the fight. It doesn't say if he's protecting himself. But I mean, I've known people or close friends that have been suspended from school for a couple of days for doing less, and it just hands him the worst of people. I definitely take Alexander over Olivia and Chloe at this point. So
My goodness, okay. Alright.
So, finally we have Jacob Jones. He's a junior, C student, takes regular level courses, rides a motorcycle and wears an earring, is self-confident and well-liked by both students and teachers, has a good sense of humor, started a recycling project at school that has become successful and copied by other high schools, and will take the leader to a practice of his rock group and dinner at a typical fast food restaurant. I think he's a pretty okay guy.
I think he seemed pretty average. I mean, everything about him is what you would think would fit the criteria that we have set forth. The only thing that isn't as average is that he rides a motorcycle and wears an earring, and the fact that he's in a rock and he's gonna bring him to an activity that he does outside of school. Shows like part of an average teen's lifestyle, which has an after-school activity, and the fact that people usually do eat out as teenagers.
Mhm.
And also about us being in a rock group, like most teenagers have something special that they like to do. And his special thing is apparently being in a rock group and riding a motorcycle. So that's how he decides to be special. And it's not bad or anything. He's probably pretty good at it too.
Okay.
Sure. What are your
Well,
thoughts on that?
I was just gonna say, he seems to be a fairly typical teenage person out there as far as middle of the road school-wise, but has a lot of diverse interests, and I think he'd be a good selection.
Yeah, the earring thing kind of bothers me, but it doesn't say that he has a big humongous earlobe earring, maybe just a little stud,
You're wearing
And-
earrings right now, so you're not really.
and maybe it's an earring he can take out,
Usually it's.
maybe, yeah, so, other than that, he's well liked by both students and teachers, his sense of humor is important, he's definitely an average student.
Yes.
So, and the earring may just be, see, an out of average earring would be one of those big humongous ones. And maybe some average little stud earring. Average. So,
He
I think
is
he's
an
a good,
average guy.
I think he's a good candidate.
So,
But tell him to wear a stud, make sure he has a little stud earring.
Jacob seems like the epitome of balance in a student's life. You know, he's a C student, which in most schools, not PISD, that would be just the middle of the road passing. He's taking regular level instead of like remedial or AP. He rides a motorcycle, which people could link with being a rebel or not responding well to authority. But he's also started a recycling project at school and wearing an earring, which people may not approve of. But he's has an interest in music. He's playing some instruments in this rock group. And people may say, but it's a rock group, but it's still an interest in music, and it takes a lot of discipline to learn a skill and be dedicated enough to start his own band. So out of all the people, I'd say Jacob right now is by far the person I would choose the most.
so going over all our options, who do you think would be the two best people? Joe?
I agree with Blaine, like Jacob,
Yeah.
because he's a very average middle of the road kind of guy, and Chloe would be the person that I would say would most represent the average school with average like teenage behavior and Judy.
I say Jacob and Chloe as well. They seem to be the most average and the two people that the president of a third world country would want to spend time with.
I agree.
I agree with Jacob and Chloe, because they are